A girl was helping her drunk friend home when she tripped and fell. Her friend suddenly got up and ran off. The girl chased after her, only to find her vomiting in a car. When she saw the car's logo, she froze and apologized to the man nearby, offering to compensate him. The man said it was okay. As the girl tried to leave, her friend pushed her away. The man pulled her back, and in the process, she accidentally swallowed a red pearl he vomited. She fainted from the strange taste. When she woke up, she found herself in a strange place with a man watching her. He told her she had swallowed a pearl he'd been cultivating for 900 years. Shocked, she tried to call for help, but a nine-tailed fox appeared, scaring her into fainting again. When she woke up, the fox explained that she now had the pearl inside her, which meant she couldn't touch men born in the year of the tiger due to a conflict between tigers and foxes. The girl wanted to remove the pearl, but the fox told her it was too deep inside her. He said they now had to live together because the pearl was vital to him. Later, she bought a mini spray bottle and an electric baton to protect herself from the fox. That night, she reluctantly moved into the fox's house. As she settled in, the fox asked for her name, and she introduced herself as Lee Dam before quickly retreating to her room. Lee Dam accidentally dropped her pepper spray in front of the fox. To cover up her mistake, she quickly claimed it was a gift for him, saying she was in a hurry and didn't have time to pack it properly. The fox pretended to be pleased and even tried it out, making her more nervous. She lay in bed, worried she wouldn't be able to sleep without a defense weapon, but to her surprise, she slept until morning. The next day, she found the fox had stocked the refrigerator with food and even offered to pay for her study expenses to make it up to her. She was thrilled and forgot about her strange situation. The fox, who had lived over 900 years, transformed into an old man and told her he needed to go on a business trip to France. He assured her she could call him if she felt uncomfortable. Lee Dam, relieved, waved him off and told him she was fine. That night, Lee Dam was out with friends but had to leave quickly when she realized the danger of encountering people born in the year of the tiger. As she hurried away, she dropped her phone, which was picked up by a man with a provocative attitude. He hugged her, causing her intense pain since he was born in the year of the tiger. As she grew weaker, the fox suddenly appeared, slapped the man away, and carried Lee Dam to safety. After the incident, Lee Dam felt closer to the fox and asked if the fox gem inside her could be removed. The fox explained that humans couldn't handle the gem for long, at most a year. If it wasn't removed, she would die. Knowing her time was limited, Lee Dam decided to enjoy life as much as possible. One night, after eating and drinking too much, she stumbled home and accidentally vomited the red pearl. She was relieved and rushed to tell the fox, who simply asked why she was holding a candy, disappointing her. Later at school, she encountered a hot boy who made her nervous since he was born in the year of the tiger. Despite her attempts to avoid him, he became increasingly interested in her. As Lee Dam returned home, feeling heartbroken about her situation, the fox appeared and grabbed her hand. He wanted to confirm something, and after seeing the red fox gem inside her body, realized the truth. He told her to think of everything as a dream and held her close, intending to take the gem back. However, he discovered that something had changed with the fox gem inside her. Lee Dam found herself unnerved by a woman constantly staring at her, only to realize that someone else was also watching. This woman, a 600-year-old fox, was living with a 900-year-old fox who had asked her to keep an eye on Lee Dam at school. When Lee Dam fell ill due to menstruation, the 900-year-old fox grew increasingly worried and even tried to help her by disguising himself as her for a school project. However, his behavior during the date raised suspicions from those around him. Meanwhile, strange disappearances began occurring. With victims found missing organs, the 600-year-old fox noticed something unusual and warned the 900-year-old fox, who suspected a supernatural culprit. As the foxes tried to protect Lee Dam, they also dealt with their complex feelings for her. One day, the 900-year-old fox confessed to Lee Dam that he had been using her to nourish his jade fox and had been keeping her around for selfish reasons. He decided to end it, retrieving the jade fox from her and erasing her memories. However, fragments of her memories remained, causing her great distress. The fox returned to Lee Dam's life as a new professor, attracting attention but also stirring up danger. As their paths crossed again, Lee Dam began to sense that something was amiss, leading to an intense and emotionally charged confrontation. At this moment, the elevator vibrated, and two people instinctively supported Lee Dam. She glanced at the fox but immediately pushed him away, thanking the senior instead. This made the fox feel uneasy. Once they exit the elevator, the senior followed Lee Dam. She led him to a deserted place, revealing that the last text message about dinner wasn't sent by her. The senior admitted that it was sent by his mischievous younger sister. During a class picnic, the senior constantly watched Lee Dam, suspecting she liked Ji Jin. As they seemed close, this thought unsettled both the senior and the fox. Lee Dam and Ji Jin shared a moment over drinks, leading to a chaotic incident. When a female fox arrived, Lee Dam tried to handle the situation herself, apologizing for any damage caused. The next day, the senior was about to confess his feelings to Lee Dam when Ji Jin interrupted, sparking tension between them. The female fox, observing this, sympathized with the fox and decided to intervene. The fox, feeling increasingly jealous and insecure, began to lose control, especially after accidentally sharing an intense moment with Lee Dam. He realized his growing affection for her was driven by a hunger for her essence, not love. As Lee Dam reflected on their kiss, the fox sought advice from the female fox on how to control his urges. She told him to avoid contact with Lee Dam. Frustrated, the fox struggled with a new distance between them. Lee Dam noticed she had lost 10 kilograms. Suspecting the fox was draining her essence, she called him, agreeing they needed to keep their distance until they found a solution. However, fate continued to intervene between them. A mysterious man appeared, connecting Lee Dam and the fox with a red thread, symbolizing a distant bond. The fox, concerned, tried to cut it, but was warned by the mountain god about the consequences. The fox has growing jealousy and fear of losing Lee Dam to the senior, caused more misunderstandings. He started losing control, his thoughts taken over, and his jade essence began to turn green. The female fox reached out to Lee Dam, inviting her out and subtly helping her understand the fox's struggles. She relieved that despite his nature, the fox had not fully succumbed to his instincts to drain Lee Dam essence. Lee Dam was curious why the jade had turned green. The fox girl explained that the red bats absorb human essence and transformed into green, allowing foxes to turn into humans. Since the fox met Lee Dam, his jade started changing color, but it was only half green, causing him to lose control. Lee Dam asked the fox for the jade to raise it, but he refused, concerned for her essence. Frustrated, Lee Dam impulsively hugged the fox's face, attempting to drain his essence, but he escaped. Later, the fox tried to control his emotions, but his powers began to weaken. The fox girl realized his jade had turned two-thirds green, a sign of his transformation into a human. The mountain god informed Lee Dam that the jade's color change was due to human nature, not essence, and that the fox must experience happiness and suffering to become fully human. Determined to help, Lee Dam studied human nature and told the fox she found a way to turn the jade completely green. The fox, excited yet fearful of the transformation, tried to distract Lee Dam by taking her out for the day. They enjoyed their time together, but the fox's jade eventually cracked and he began to disappear. Lee Dam, realizing the truth, was devastated as the fox faded away. Despite her grief, Lee Dam refused to erase her memories of the fox. The fox, in another dimension, could feel her sorrow and cried as well. Eventually, the fox returned, now fully human. They reunited, overwhelmed with emotion, and decided to stay together. When Lee Dam's mother discovered their relationship, the fox tried to erase her memories but failed. Surprisingly, her mother approved of their honesty, accepting the fox as her son in law. The story ends with Lee Dam and the fox overcoming their trials and starting a new life together.